Okay, now that we have talked about cityscapes and we've learned about the warm and cool colors, it's time to begin our project for this week. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be creating a cityscape. But this cityscape is going to be somewhat different than what you would think it would be. Now, when we look at our project, we can see that I've got a city on top of a city. But this cityscape up here, I just used my warm colors, my red, orange, and yellow. But then if I flip it around, I've got the exact same city, except I'm using the cool colors, the green, the blue, and the purple or violet. So I've got two cities in one picture, which is really, really cool. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure our paper is going tall portrait. Now, I gave you your paper going the correct way, so unless you moved it, it should be going the right way. So, it's going tall portrait mode, not long landscape, okay? Tall portrait, okay? So everybody get your pencil, and we are going to begin drawing our city. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a curved line, and that's going to be what divides our city in half. So we want to put this line right in the middle of our picture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to curve up and then down. Okay, so it's just one up, one down. Okay, I don't want to make a really squiggly line because that's just going to be a lot of extra trying to color around it. Okay, so just one up, one down, and then we are ready to start our city. Now, I only have 3 buildings in my city. So do my buildings need to be pretty big? Yep, they're about as wide as my hand. So they're going to be really big cities, and they almost go all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom of the paper. So we're going to be drawing really big today. So fill in the whole space of your paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're going to draw a horizontal line over for our first building. Again, it doesn't need to be perfectly straight. They are ish drawings. Then I'm going to draw a vertical line down just to this line right here. Just to my curved line that divides my city. Okay, so that's going to be our first building. Now, to make the roof on our building, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of my horizontal line, and I'm going to come up a little bit and make a dot. So find the middle, and then come up and make a dot right above it. This is an easy way to make a triangle. From my dot, I'm going to draw back down to the corner of my paper. And then from my dot, I'm going to draw over to the corner of my building. And now I have a triangle. Easy way to make a triangle. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a chimney, which is just a rectangle, 2 vertical lines, and a horizontal for my chimney. I'm going to add a circle window in the middle of my roof. And then I need to do my door and my 2 windows in this one, because this one's pretty much like a little house. So I'm just going to draw a rectangle door, 2 square windows. Again, they don't have to be perfect. Ish drawings. And then I'm going to make a cross in the middle of my window. So it's a vertical line and then a horizontal line like a plus sign. Looks like a plus sign in the middle of my windows. And I've got my first building done. So take another couple seconds and get your first building done, and then we're going to move on to our second building. Okay, next building, I'm going to come down a little bit and draw another horizontal line over, and then a vertical line down. And this one is also going to have a triangle roof. So on my horizontal line, I find the middle, come up a little bit, and make a dot. And then I connect my dot to each corner, and that makes a triangle. Now this one's not going to have a chimney. This one's got a chimney, but this one doesn't. This one we're going to give a door and one rectangle window. So it's a big wide door. A big wide door takes up almost the entire building. And then it's got a rectangle window about the same width as the door right above it. Okay, now the next building, I'm going to start here at the corner, and I'm going to draw a line coming up just a little bit. And then I'm going to draw a horizontal line all the way over to the edge of my paper. All the way over to the edge. And then this one is going to have what we call a dome, like a half circle roof. This one's got a dome, so I just draw a half a circle, like a rainbow. Just draw a rainbow line or a frowny face. Now the door for this one is going to be like an upside down U. Upside down letter U. So I'm going to come up, curve over, and back down. This is what we call an arch, okay? When it comes up and curves like that, that's what we call an arch. Kind of like a door on a castle. You see doors like this on a castle. So then to draw the window, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. And then I'm going to do that upside down U for an arched window. And then I've got my first 3 buildings finished. I'm going to give you guys about another 30, 45 seconds or so to finish. If you are already finished with your buildings, then just sit tight and we're going to work on the other half of our city in a minute. But I want to make sure everyone's had time to get caught up and has these first 3 buildings done. So just take a few seconds and get those finished, and then we are going to move on to the other half of our city. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're not going to try to draw this city upside down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper, watch, I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to flip it. So now my city is upside down and I'm going to draw the other half of it here. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to flip it the other way as well. So this one is our warm city. Now we're getting ready to draw our cool city. So this one is going to be a little bit easier because all we're doing is drawing the same building on top of the other one. So you see how they match perfectly? This one has the arches and the dome roof. This one has the big rectangle door and the rectangle window. And then this one has, oh, and I just realized in this example I forgot to put my circle window up here. I just realized I did that. So see, I made a mistake. Is it okay to make a mistake? Absolutely. Okay, so even the teacher makes mistakes every now and then, but it will be fine. So when we draw it on here, we'll make sure we add that circle to this one. We'll fix that mistake and we'll turn it into a masterpiece. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the same city on this side going the other way. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the edge of this building, and we're going to draw a straight line up. So it looks like this line just keeps going straight up. And then I'm going to draw a horizontal line over toward the edge of my paper. And again, does it have to be straight? No, mine is crooked, and it's fine. It's fine. And then I'm going to add that domed roof. So that rainbow line or frowny face, half a circle. Okay, now for the door, watch how I do this. I'm going to start my door right here where this one ends, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to curve over and make it connect to the other one. Okay, we want this to look kind of like a mirror image. Want it to look exactly the same on the top and the bottom. And then I just need to add my little arched window. So I draw my horizontal line and my upside down U for my window. And now my first building looks like a mirror image of the one I drew before. Okay, now my next, again, I'm going to find the edge and I'm going to draw up. And then I'm going to draw over to the building over here. Now, I probably could have made that one a little bit taller. It's going to be a little short. It'll be fine. Not worried. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just ish. Okay, so to draw my triangle roof, I find the middle, come up, and make a dot. Find the middle, come up, and make a dot. And then I connect my dot to either side. And now I have a triangle. And the door for this one, again, same thing. I'm going to draw up and over and back down and just connect these lines. Just want to make sure I leave room up there for my rectangle window. Perfect. Ish drawings. Doesn't have to look perfect. Okay, so I've got these two buildings mirrored. Now I just need to draw my last one. So this one is a little bit taller than this one. So from the edge of this building, I'm going to come up a little bit. And then I'm going to draw over to the right side of my paper, all the way over. And again, to do a triangle roof, I find the middle, come up, make a dot. Find the middle, come up, and make a dot. And then I connect my dot to either edge of that horizontal line. Now, for this one, to keep it looking like a mirror image, see the chimney is on this side? So we don't want to draw it over here this time. We want to draw it over here so it's a mirror image. Okay, we want to keep the chimney on the same side of the picture. So I'm just going to draw the chimney over here. My little rectangle chimney. And then the last thing I need to do is draw my door and my two windows. So again, the door is going to connect from one end to the other. So draw a rectangle up, over, and back down to the original door. And then I just add my two square windows with the cross in the middle. Vertical line down, horizontal line over like a plus sign. Square, vertical line down, horizontal line over, plus sign. Okay, so take a few seconds and finish up your buildings, and then we're going to get ready to color them with our warm and cool color. So finish up real quick, and then we're going to get ready to color. Okay, so what I want to do before I start coloring is I want to turn my city around again. Okay, I want to turn it around again. So I'm looking at the first buildings we drew. So the house with the chimney is on the left side. So I need to flip this one too, because it is, I want to keep my warm colors on top and then my cool colors on the bottom. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start with our yellow marker, because we always try to start with our yellow marker because we don't want to color over with another color and then our yellow marker gets all yucky. So we're going to color all the yellow things first, and then we'll go back and do the red and the orange. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the roof of the building with the chimney. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to outline the roof, outline that triangle, and then I'm going to outline the chimney. Okay, so I did triangle roof and the rectangle chimney. Next, the house with the rectangle window and door. I'm going to outline my house in yellow. So this time the building is going to be yellow. So I'm just going to outline the rectangle building. If you're ever confused about what's going to be what color, I'm literally coloring it the exact same as our example here. Okay. So we got yellow roof, yellow building, and then a yellow door and window. And I just realized I forgot to do something again. I forgot the circle down here in this triangle again. Ugh. So I'm gonna grab my Sharpie, you can grab your pencil real quick, and add that circle down there at the bottom, because I forgot it again. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I don't know. Okay, so I got yellow triangle, yellow rectangle, and then I need to do my yellow arches for my windows. So outline those in yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you are working faster than me and you can follow along with the example right here, you are more than welcome to work ahead. Okay? It's up to you. I just don't want you to accidentally mess up and get some cool colors up here and some warm colors down here, because the whole point of this project is that we have a warm cityscape onto the cool cityscape. Okay? So we want to make sure the red, yellow, and orange is up here. Blue, green, and purple are down here. Want to keep them separated. So once I finish my yellow, snap that cap. And then I need my yellow crayon. And I'm going to color in everything that I ironed yellow. So I've got my yellow roof, my yellow building. Remember, color neatly, color lightly, stay in the lines, and fill up the whole space. So color everything yellow, be outlined. And then once I'm done with my yellow crayon, I put that back in my bag. I'm ready to move on to my next color. So the next color I'm going to use is orange. Okay, so on my first building, all my windows and doors are orange. So the circle window, the windows with the plus signs, and the door. My middle building, the only thing that's orange is the roof. And then my last building is orange itself. And then once I'm done outlining, I snap that cap and find my orange crayon. And then I'm just going to color in everything I outlined orange. Okay, once you're done with your orange, put that crayon up, and then we've got our orange marker. So this one's going to be pretty easy. Everything that's still white up here is now going to be orange. Or red, rather. Sorry, red on red. So now I'm going to outline this building. These windows and doors. And my last building is just the roof. And then once I'm done, snap that cap, put my marker up, get my red crayon, and all I got to do is color in the things I outlined red. And then once I'm done with my red, I put that up, and now I'm ready to work on my cool colors. So finish up your warm colors. And then we're going to get ready to move on to the cool colors. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper and we're going to flip them. So now we've got our warm city on the bottom and we're getting ready to work on our cool. So we are going to start with blue. And our first building is blue. Our middle building, the roof is blue. And the last building is going to be the doors and windows, and we're going to do the circle window blue on this one, even though it's not done on my example, because I forgot to draw it. Which is okay, because I fixed it on this one. It's okay to make a mistake. It's not the end of the world. We just move on. And it's fine. Okay, so I do my doors and my windows in blue. So I got my building, roof, doors and windows. When I'm done, snap that cap. Find my blue crayon, and now we get to color. Color neatly, color lightly, fill in the whole space, and stay in the lines. So I'm going to do my first building, the roof, and then doors and windows. Then I put my blue crayon up and I'm ready for, let's do green next. So finish up your blue and then you need to get your green marker. And again, if you are working faster than me, that is perfectly fine. If you're working slower than me, that's perfectly fine. The example is up here for you guys to look at whether you're working slower or faster than me. Because we all work at different paces and that's okay. So green, this roof, our first building here, that domed rainbow half circle roof, that's going to be green. This one, we're going to have the windows and the doors are green. Which means our last building, the building itself, is going to be green. Then once I'm done outlining, snap that cap, put my green marker up, find my green crayon, and I'm going to start coloring. And we're almost done. Almost done. Once we finish green, we only have one more color, and our warm and cool city will be finished. Okay, last color is purple. So put your green crayon up whenever you're finished and get out your purple marker. And we're going to do doors and windows, building, roof. And that's all we have left. One more color. We're almost done. And your cities are looking awesome. Very cool, warm, and very cool. Oh, I made a joke there, didn't you? Very cool and warm cities. So we're going to outline the rest of our city in purple or violet. Purple or violet, remember, same color, two different names, purple and violet. So once I'm done outlining, I snap the cap on that purple marker, get out my purple or violet crayon. Your crayons are mostly, they say violet. And we're going to curve our city in, and then we are done. And we have an awesome cityscape. Okay, awesome job. Okay, so once I'm done, I put my purple crayon up and I'm going to close up my bag because I am done with my supplies and that's ready to go for another day. And now we have a finished cityscape. So go ahead and finish coloring. We got a few more before we got to get cleaned up. So I hope you guys had fun making your cityscape with your warm and cool colors. And until next time.